instant hatred.
That's
Like,
a hard
to go
pill to
from
swallow, bro. You know,
dinosaurs
from
to
reptiles,
human.
yeah.
But the truth is that that's a lie too.
Oh, okay,
Josh.
just calm down.
You saying dinosaurs are alive?
Dinosaurs is a fucking massive
Never.
lie.
All right, what's up, Bad Vice? It's your boy 16 Leo, or just Leo, with the LV, and our first guest, Josh, today. It's amazing.
Yo, what up?
Let's
It's
go.
an honor.
And,
It's an honor.
And the topic of today is probably one of the greatest topics in recent history. Josh here is a former or current flat earther, either or.
Hey, I take in information. And, yeah, I'm not 100, but there's some interesting things to be talked about.
There's some interesting things, and that's the whole point of today's discussion, trying to see if we can reach some common ground between the curvature of the earth.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
And the pancake.
But before we do, I just want to thank everyone who's become a baddie or big baddie, and we're gonna do the icebreaker topic. Are we gonna let Josh do the honors this one? I think we should let the first guest do it.
Yes,
Have
sir.
to.
Yeah.
Fish her up, Josh.
I'm
Fish her up.
keen. I got a John Deere fishing rod.
Also, I don't know if you guys know Skelly.
Skelly's joining us today. Fish away, brother.
All right, there we go.
Oh, you got
Oh,
two.
you got it too. You got a choice.
Got choices, man.
Okay,
Hit us with it, man.
let's go. I'll go green.
Always go green,
As we
guys.
all should.
Always go green.
Okay. Wait, what?
Usually the reaction. I like it.
Yeah, that's generally
Oh.
the reaction.
Brush.
Oh.
I thought it said Brusu. Brush your ass. Or wipe your teeth.
Oh, hey,
Wow, what?
thanks to whoever sent that one out.
Thanks, guys.
Dang.
Wait, as in, like, would I rather brush my ass or
With
wipe
bristles?
my
Oh,
teeth?
nah,
We
duh.
talk-
I thought that was the name up the top, but it just says WYR. Yeah, would you rather
Ah, would
brush
you
your
rather.
ass or wipe your teeth? I feel like if you brushed your ass, you get it real clean. You know what I mean? Like,
Are you doing it with bristles?
Yeah, that's pretty rough, bro. I don't know if
you
I...
reckon? Like
Bristles on the ass cheeks?
Depends if it's like
Wait, ass
like a
cheeks or
firm-
asshole?
Oh,
it just says ass.
I can take a bristle to the side ass.
Yeah, to the cheek? Cheek is no problem.
Yeah, the cheek ain't weak. You know what I mean?
The hole is not the goal, though. That's what I
Oh, also,
say,
what am I
alright,
wiping
so
my teeth with? Like, is it
Yeah,
like some?
yeah.
baby wipes.
No, but like, is there some shit on my? Otherwise, I'm just wiping my teeth, and there's no real issue.
Yeah,
I'll wipe my teeth.
I'd
I'll
probably
wipe
just
it.
wipe my teeth. If we're gonna go with asshole, I'm gonna have to say wipe my teeth.
I don't know. I reckon you'd have a pretty clean asshole. I reckon.
I got a pretty clean asshole. I clean my ass.
You know what? I'm gonna
makes
switch.
it
I'm gonna
all
go
up.
brush my ass. Like,
Yeah,
I just want to
Brush your
see.
ass?
I want
Yeah.
to see what the experience is like.
Yeah, let me know tonight, bro.
Shit. Nasty.
Yeah, to whoever sent that out, thank you as usual.
You
What a
are
riveting
wild.
conversation that was.
Damn.
Every day we try and get more serious and then.
Oh man, leave it in the comments. What would you rather do? Would you brush your ass or you wipe your teeth?
Damn.
No.
Well, yeah. Okay. So today's topic is, again, like I said, we're talking about flat Earth theory, a theory that came into popularity not too long ago in popular culture. When
Yeah.
did you hear about it, or what made you even
Get into
Get
it. I
into
guess.
it, yeah.
Shit, that's actually a good question. I think I've been looking at it with the homies probably like quite a few years now. I think it came into popularity maybe about like just under 10 years ago, maybe?
10 years?
Yeah. I think it's been like in the last like 6 or 7 years, I think it's been quite
But
big.
it's been around before that?
Yeah, there's been
Oh, shit.
shit, it's crazy. Well, to be honest, everybody used to think the earth was flat. Like that was
Yeah,
the
long
that was the
time
norm.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
talking
was
about
the-
like back then.
Like in the
Yeah.
before Greece type.
Yeah,
like
no, but-
Socratic times.
But even actually more recently than you'd think.
Mm.
Mm.
Like I think fuck, I should have brushed up on a bit of this, but like only in like mid 1800s did the like scientific community actually fully establish that was the thing that, you know, society is like leaning towards more. But there's been so many books published over the last 150 years from people who've still been very for flat earth theory and feel like it got brushed over by the scientific community because there's such a consensus by the mainstream.
You think it's like a mob mentality because everyone's like, oh yeah, it's round.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I think that information, like just like our media, is like, so how many companies own all the media channels?
Yeah, it's pretty
all the
monopolized.
TV stations.
Monopolized.
It's
Yeah.
hugely monopolized.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the scientific community. Like if you guys know the Smithsonian,
Yep.
there's a lot of stuff that goes through there that gets filtered and people can't really share their opinions because they get kind of slammed by the mob of the people that say that this is the narrative. Whereas I don't think that there's a lot of open conversation. If you even look at the flat earthers in the last few years, if they've come out, like for me, when I say this to my homies, like my homies are my homies and they're like, yo, some of them are like, oh shit. But if you go and say that to some fucking, you know, normal everyday people, maybe not at 3 a.m. like we usually talk about it,
Yeah.
they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
And
course.
it's like,
I mean, I guess that's an interesting thing as well. Like, first of all, why do you think it's so important to like that there is people are like, oh, okay, it's round, and other people are like, it's flat? Is there, because people really get like pretty worked up
Pretty
either
heated,
way.
yeah.
nah, bro.
pretty
Like
heated.
if you like people, the craziest shit is I think I've never seen so much like instant hatred towards people, like more than when they say they're a flat earth. Like
You reckon?
people absolutely shit on them, like tell them that they shouldn't have been born.
This is why mom doesn't fucking love you.
And like,
Oh
this,
my
like no, bro,
God.
it goes wild, bro. And
Has
this-
anyone told you that, bro?
Nah, bro. I sit just like I just.
What's the
like,
worst thing someone said like to you?
to me?
Yeah.
Oh, just like you're a fucking idiot. You're clueless.
Well,
but
do you think people are scared to be ostracized by like the general public because of that?
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
they don't
Well,
want to humor the idea of
Yeah,
flat Earth,
yeah. I
'cause-
mean, I think so many more people would speak up about way more things than flat Earth if they didn't. Because you know, fucking like we've got these social media platforms with these algorithms, and they're controlled by these big tech companies, and those big tech companies can actually cancel you these days.
Yeah, they,
You know what
they
I
have
mean?
the right to
And-
silence you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Yeah.
and I'm actually, like, I look at content that I think people would be like, oh, but I don't share not even fucking 1% of what I look at due to the nature of my job and how people might perceive me because I share like information that is not
Yeah,
what the
because-
mainstream belief is, because people put you in a box as soon as you start saying something.
true.
You
Yeah.
get chucked in the conspiracy theorist box.
Yeah.
But all of this
that's,
shit.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
There's how many millions of fucking theories,
Can you
but you
imagine?
get put in one box, not just an open thought box. And that's what the crazy shit is here, is that like people will go irate and call you a fucking idiot and say you shouldn't have been born and all this horrible stuff before they just like take it in and go, well, that's interesting. I don't believe it, but that would be interesting, you know?
Yeah,
But isn't
yeah,
that
yeah.
cool? Like, even if you, like, even these days, I think I'm like slightly less radical than I was probably about like 5 or so years ago, because I just took in information. The more crazy it was, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, literally when I first met you, that's
Yeah,
generally
yeah.
our conversations.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
around that.
really.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly,
Oh
but-
yeah, that's how I know that this guy
Yeah.
knows this shit about.
But now, like, I use my, like, you know, I think about all the other pieces of information that I've heard.
Do you
And I
reckon-
take it through, but I still like a great fiction story or like stuff. It's still cool bits of information to hear, whether it is 100% true or whether there is some truth in it. You don't have to
Do you
go
reckon
and swear at
attile
someone.
like matters?
What's
to
that?
like? Do you reckon if Josh was wearing like a suit and like had his hair all combed back and
Oh, bro. Yeah, you know.
you reckon there's like
because I'm in my gears, I wear a cap and shit.
Yeah.
My credibility.
Look at this hoary
things, and look at
conspiracy
this
theorist.
motherfucker.
it depends where you are, what situation. If you come out of like, you know, a nice area, high class area, maybe a dining, you know, hall.
Yeah, you set up your own little TED talk, you know.
The earth is flat, motherfucker. Then people are like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Maybe it is.
under a bridge saying the same shit is like, it's you
Yeah,
again.
yeah. I mean, everything about how you pose your information,
Yeah.
what you look like, and
Where you present yourself.
Yeah, and all of what
Well,
you said before. I guess.
I mean,
all plays a part.
can I challenge your, like, as usual, everyone does challenge it, but like, have you ever like thought about, you know, other planets and be like, oh, well, Jupiter looks pretty fucking round to me.
Yeah, bro, but that's the crazy thing.
Imagine a flat Jupiter, bro. This is massive circle in space. We're just staring at it like.
So
Yo,
like,
that's
but
a
like,
big
which way
pancake.
is it like flat this way or this way? Because imagine going on a spaceship and either like missing it or like, because it's fucking
paper
flat.
thin.
That's the thing,
That's
though,
what
that there's so many layers to unpeel of this.
Right.
That, like a lot of the questions you get, and I'm just gonna say this outright.
Yeah.
I'm not. Before we get into it, because I'm gonna get passionate. I'm gonna get passionate.
I can feel the
yeah,
passion
get
already, bro. I
passionate.
love it. I love it.
I'm not saying this is all true,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that if it is true, then there's a million other lies that
Oh
have
yeah,
come
yeah.
with it.
So you're saying this is like the can of worms, and if they open this, it's like everything.
I actually think that this is probably the biggest lie, but it's so hard for people to believe that all these other lies that
Yeah.
are connected to it, which are maybe smaller.
So why do you reckon they lie about this one? Like, why do
I
you think
think-
this is the big one?
bro, I think
Because I always
that-
thought aliens was like, that's my one. That I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
someone.
aliens, bro.
I think there's someone out there who's
Yeah.
seen an alien, bro.
bro, me too.
There's
I think,
gotta be.
I think this is the biggest lie, and this is a thing.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you say that we're on a flat Earth and we are kind of like, so flat Earth theory, the sun and the moon are the exact same size and they rotate around the Earth
Right.
within our enclosed system. So that means that like we're a fucking Rolex watch. We are like
I like this theory.
we've
great way of putting it, bro.
we've been created. You know, this whole system, this enclosed system, is not a mistake. You know, Big Bang Theory and space, and the fact that Earth is the size of what, a fucking atom, and the whole vastness of space.
You think
and
this has been man-made or like man?
there's a creator.
Yeah.
There's a creator involved,
Yeah.
or there's some higher power involved with us. And if
And we've
the
been
thing,
in-
and the thing that I actually really like, whether this is true or not,
Yeah.
the thought is that I don't like a lot of what the scientific community has to say about Big Bang, because then it means that we're all just some fucking big mistake and we actually don't have some significance. But I'm a very spiritual person. I might not come across it in the outset, but I feel like the universe, and there's like stuff playing in your life that you don't even realize when you wake up day to day. Something small, you can fucking pick up a salt shaker and put it on the other side of the table, and 1 year
It has
later,
meaning.
1 year later, that fucking
Like a
chain
butterfly effect.
reaction,
Yeah.
exactly that chain
Yeah.
reaction. So many times in my life where I've thought like something's going so bad, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
2 years later, I'm like, oh shit, that was not meant to happen at that time. Blah 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 blah. blah.
Yeah, yeah.
So just through those experiences in my life, I believe that all of this shit is too crazy. The conversations I have with someone, and then all of a sudden something happening, and then I see a fucking billboard, and just all those coincidences. I think there's so many coincidences in life that build towards to make you who you are, to influence whatever you do, that I feel like the fact that the Big Bang happened and that all of this like matter just accumulated together, and then we were this big
It's too crazy.
planet. It's way
So
too
much
crazy.
to digest, right?
It's
Yeah.
so much to digest, and there's so many coincidences in that, which is a funny thing to think. It's ironic.
Yeah, we were having this conversation a few episodes ago, and we were like, before us was dinosaurs. Like that's a hard.
That's
like,
a hard pill to
from
swallow, bro. You know,
dinosaurs
from
to
reptiles, to-
human.
yeah.
The truth is that that's a lie too.
Oh, okay,
Josh.
just calm down.
In my
Oh,
opinion,
here we go.
that shit is a lie.
Wait, you saying dinosaurs are alive?
Dinosaurs is a fucking massive
Never.
lie.
Never existed.
Massive lie, never existed.
God damn.
Okay.
Smithsonian is a huge part to play in there. And before I butcher heaps of information, the man who you need to go search on YouTube is Eric Dubé. He's been taken off all these platforms multiple times,
Eric
but
Dubé.
he's got too many.
I mean, can you look?
Yeah,
at
I'll search.
He's got too many amazing videos. He's managed to go up. He talks about dinosaurs. He talks about
So when the
suppression of
paleontologists,
information.
when they like discover stuff, or the archaeologists,
Bro.
sorry.
You were about to. Okay, this is some crazy shit. So
Yeah, hit me with the crazy
the guys who were discovering dinosaurs, there was two main paleontologists, and they were having this fucking like almost this war between each other.
Yeah.
And they were discovering all these new dinosaurs, but not before this discovery of dinosaurs or this branding of dinosaurs. Never did they find any of it, and there's no other record of it in any other ancient civilization to my knowledge. And then they were making fucking millions of dollars selling these dinosaur bones to the Smithsonian and
So
stuff.
I think the greatest like realistic theory to any like conspiracy is greed. I
Bro,
think
I
think it comes down to that.
That is the most
Human
human
greed. Yeah,
thing
human greed.
to
Human greed,
accumulate wealth and your ego. It's
Yeah.
like greed is having money to feed your family, but also be fucking a greedy cunt. To be honest.
Yeah.
And to be the guy. And
if someone tells me it's about greed, there's a 1%. Like even if I don't believe it at all, I still am like I know humans. Like I
Yeah.
know this.
exactly, bro. Money is the.
It does some things that you never thought that
man.
people could do. It
It
stretches
changes
humanity.
people.
It
Changes people.
stretches like the
100%.
id. It stretches what you thought you could do and what you thought. Like you've seen some people do some crazy shit. You know, when you ask people what would you do for $1, some of them might do stuff, and then if you say $100 for certain people, that's like they'll do some shit.
That's a
some
full
whack-ass
paycheck, man.
shit.
They'll do some whack ass shit. I'll tell you that much.
I seen some stuff happen.
Oh, please do share.
You want to elaborate on that one, bro? What are you
Actually,
seeing?
wait, I don't know if I want to
There's
actually
a
hear this.
conspiracy in that one.
Yeah, god damn. I hope it wasn't you that.
No, it wasn't me.
Hey, brother, you want $100?
I haven't seen me do it. No, I didn't offer anyone. I'm not. It's not like Saw or something. What would you do for 100? Film it on camera. I'm not one of those. There's some YouTubers who used to do.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh, true.
There was these
Aside from
YouTubers-
like giving money away, they would.
there was
also
a shit ass
challenge.
YouTuber. I forgot his name.
I won't lie. This is definitely me.
If I could dox him, I would. I didn't even know his name. But he used to like go to this thing called Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where all of the like clubs like meet. There's, like, a
Yeah.
section. And then there's lots of drunk girls, of course. And he used to take fake $100 bills. And
I know. I know
know
you're talking
the
about.
dude, and he used to film them without their consent and put them
forgot
up
who his
on like
name
his
is.
Patreon or
I
whatever
don't
the
remember
fuck.
who it was either.
But like that's straight up. That's
Damn,
that's slimy.
that's predatory, bro.
That's some slimy
fucking
shit for YouTube.
Savage,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, but the thing is, people loved it for a certain time. You know.
Oh, because it's all
Of
the
course.
12-year-old kids like, damn.
I wish I could talk to girls like that
Yeah.
and get them to do some nasty
Nice
shit. With
titties.
yeah. But put the titties there for $100.
Right. So like, like you said, people will do some whack shit for money
Crazy shit. Money's been making people crazy
forever,
since
man.
the start of time.
Yeah.
Since before there was money, there was resources. It's power. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Power is
The symbol of
is the
power
thing.
and wealth and status.
Exactly.
And all that.
So
Yeah,
I mean, like I'm always just like I said, I'm curious to know why it's the Earth being flat is the one that's like,
It's the big thing.
the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, so with the flat Earth, space basically is not what we perceive it, and it's not. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the vastness of what it says about space, but basically, all the stars and all the planets are like a part of this system. You know what I mean? And it means that we've been created by someone. And I think that it's very easy to, when we're just part of this fucking space dust in the heliocentric model, that we are an accident and that we're just, we're insignificant. But I think humans are hugely significant, just like every fucking being on this planet.
You believe there's life out there, or because we're created as ourselves is nothing else? beyond us? Or
I mean, I hear lots of different strands of information as I look into it. Like, there's crazy shit. And fuck, this is gonna skip a few chapters, but like
Man, had a whole novel,
this
bro.
book has been a Christopher Nolan type.
Yeah.
I'm always ready, bro. I'm always ready. No, like so the Antarctica, which is actually supposed to be this wall that
I actually I did a little research
tell me,
before.
tell
This is one of the things I saw is that they were saying what the North Pole was like the middle, and then the South Pole is like this
It's just
infinite
a- yeah.
wall, 360 degree.
it's a 360 wall, and if you've heard of Admiral Byrd,
No, I haven't.
you've heard of Admiral Byrd?
Let's look him
Okay,
up.
that's another one. He was like, I can't remember what his credentials were, but he was like massive. He was like one of the
Like fat or
no. He was massive. Nah,
Richardy Byrd?
Yeah, Admiral. Yeah, it must be.
He did something in Antarctica. Yeah, there it is.
Nah, he
what does it say? Sorry.
Pioneering American aviator, polar explorer,
Ooh.
organizer of polar logistics.
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
expeditions to Antarctica. He made the first ever flight over South Pole.
Right.
yeah he was crazy and
he was crazy, bro.
This is crazy, bro.
not like crazy. Or hey, you never know. But he actually said that when he flew there, he saw lands as big as America that hadn't been discovered
Wow.
Like
past the ice wall that
Oh,
no one had ever been
no
to.
way.
Yeah,
He said that shit.
There's literally interviews of him. He's got the
This mother-
credentials.
when was he? What was he? What like
What's
time
his-
period?
yeah, what's
'Cause
his
This is
lifespan?
this is around 20s, 30s, I believe.
man, this motherfucker should have taken the camera.
Yeah, well, let's see. Born 19, I can't see that. 19, what?
18
oh,
something.
18 something.
And died on 57. Bro, he must have had a he got to take someone with
Yeah,
him.
surely he had
for
a
the picture.
camera,
Christopher
yeah.
Columbus had a fucking flag when he
Yeah, he had no photos, but that flag is the camera, G.
Damn.
God damn.
Yeah.
So there's he said there's a whole
Yeah, he said well flying. Well, he's obviously been there. He was looking at his credentials, but he said
Has
there
anyone
was-
gone there since or like explored or tried to?
Well, that's the fucking craziest shit. Is there's an Antarctic treaty? The entire world can't agree on so much shit.
Yeah.
Actually, very interesting recent news. Russia pulled out of the Antarctic Treaty
Yeah.
about a month ago, which is crazy. But check this. So Russia and America are fucking mortal enemies for how many years?
Yeah,
China, all of that. They're all part of the Antarctic Treaty. So all of these countries that can't agree on shit all have this fucking treaty that says that you're not allowed to go to Antarctica. You're not allowed to do all this stuff in Antarctica without certain permission.
What was the reason that they gave? Like why would
Yeah, why can't you go and explore?
you know what I mean? Like why
It's to preserve the environment. It's
that's
an
what that's the reason
environmental
they
thing.
gave.
Oh.
Environmental.
Bro,
Okay.
get fucked. Do you see what they're doing to the rest of the world's
Yeah.
environments, bro? Fuck
This
off.
is the
I never-
smallest
I never
giant,
thought
It's a
dude.
China would
giant
agree to
icy
that,
landmass. You
Yeah.
fucking worried about that? Look at all the rainforests. You're fucking killing with all the animals in it
Yeah,
too. you know?
oh yeah.
So
So you reckon they're
So-
hiding some shit?
So, bro, that fucking treaty comes up. Fuck. You know what? When was the Antarctic Treaty? When did they establish it?
Because I guess like nobody's ever there's certain things that we can't do. We can't question a map because you and I haven't like literally been on
No,
it.
I'm like, I can't tell you right now.
Right,
that
right.
The world is flat because I've not
We just
been up
assume what
fucking-
people tell us, and like
Exactly,
you're
you
challenging that
You
thought.
just collect information.
Because I've only ever known what people have told me. They're like, it's round. I'm like, it's round.
boom.
It
Exactly.
doesn't
Bro,
make a difference to
bro,
me.
Bro, straight from primary school, fucking
Right,
dinosaurs
indoctrinated.
and globes in your class.
I used to watch The Land Before Time.
Bro.
Those motherfuckers were dinosaurs. They
I
didn't
love,
exist,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
dinosaurs. Dinosaurs was my shit.
But you don't believe in them.
And now
Ross
I
is
don't
a
believe-
paleontologist.
How sad is that?
my
Yeah,
friend.
man.
This motherfucker.
Ross's job
doesn't
was
even
a
have a
fraud,
job.
dude.
But yo, I'm telling you, shit like that is when you start to like look into it. They plant things like that.
Like in popular
And-
media.
And yes, in
Yeah,
popular
to normalize
media,
it, right?
bro,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I guarantee you, every month or 2 months, NASA will release some bullshit ass new thing. Like they'll just do one press release of some bullshit, fake ass looking shit.
Wait, you know how they have that new satellite and they just had the new photos? Do you believe any of those
No,
photos?
bro, that is the worst bullshit
Neil
ever.
deGrasse Tyson said it's like
Gee.
groundbreaking.
Neil
like,
deGrasse Tyson is a fucking piece of shit. I'll say that right now. He's the fucking worst. He doesn't even look smart, bro. He doesn't even look the part, G. Motherfucker featured in The Office before he was a scientist.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
What? He was in The Office.
Bro, he's a fucking actor.
Yeah, he was in. Wait, hold on.
He's in The Office.
He's a fucking actor, I'm telling you. To be honest, getting me on here might lower your views.
Nah,
Don't worry about that.
No, the more I like hearing these opinions. Like, I think it's important to have opinions that, regardless of what I think before a situation, I'm always open to hearing things.
And that's what's like wrong with the world in some ways. People aren't willing to. I'm giving you props because like, what's wrong with listening to a piece of information,
being challenged with something that you,
bro, challenging people.
Yeah.
When you challenge people just get irate these days, and it's like, bro, you know what I actually love? I love a debate. Like, for real, I love just challenging. I might stand up and start raising my voice, but I'm not saying fuck you. I'm saying, bro, like, come on, look at it, you know? Look at this, because we believe in our point, but also to be challenged, I think, in life is why humans get further and better, because
exactly.
if you have a field that someone's really good at, if there's someone who's like a revolutionary at it, all the other people have to start getting better to keep up with them, and then comes the whatever field it is, it gets pushed by that one person.
In order to have like
in
order to have like a dialogue that's progressive, you need to be able to allowed to be wrong.
Yeah,
like, bro.
You need to hear the perspective of both sides, and then
that's the only way you'll ever learn or take on someone else's information if you're okay with the idea that you might not know everything.
Exactly, and who the fuck even knows 1% of
everything? Right. Yeah.
But a lot of people will tell you without actually really knowing the full situation that it is what it is.
Exactly.
And that's something that's very scary.
But sometimes people just feel strongly about something, and I use the word feel very.
Feel is because it's
the emotion.
It's attached to who they are as a person,
right.
You know, like especially intellectuals are the funniest to bring this kind of stuff up to, like flat Earth and stuff. People who are very intellectually smart, who I don't know, mathematically or scientifically, they know a lot. When I say know a lot, means they've learned a lot from the current institutions and stuff like that. But when you start to do that, that's when you get a lot. Do
you know if any maybe NASA people or mathematicians who've went from believing it's around to like then reverting and being like maybe it's. Do you know of any?
I firmly believe that NASA is an entire organization. Is a piece of shit.
Oh, okay. What's to the front?
A front. No, it really is, bro. They taken something. Fuck. I forgot the figure. It's like $50 million a week of funding or something like that.
They have some crazy funding.
And if, bro, honestly, I could say all these things. I could say so much.
But by all means.
No, but I'll leave you with this. Go search up the fucking Apollo 11 rover that went to the moon and tell me that thing made it through the Van Allen radiation belt, through our atmosphere.
So you think the moon landing's fake, right?
WikiLeaks.
WikiLeaks
never been proven wrong. Never, ever.
Yeah.
They just released the videos of them shooting the moon landing in the Vegas desert.
Why do you think they did that? Because
again, like I said, NASA needs to keep up their bullshit by doing press releases every month, 2 months.
Do you reckon that it was also because Russia, at that time they were having the Cold War race and
absolutely.
They wanted to beat Russia to be the first.
It's a cockfight.
On the moon. Yeah.
Because I think there's some validity to that. Like, I know that's the controversial thing, but like, I think that there's no way you could say with 100% certainty that anything is. I like to open the possibility to be like, okay, let me hear you out. There is some, like, I've heard people try and convince me, and I've been like, yeah, there's no way. Like, I don't know. Someone said something about the flag like waving or something.
Oh, like on the moon, you mean?
Yeah, and then they're like, well, there's no gravity.
Literally look.
How could that be?
Wait, so look at this rover.
Shit like that.
Look at is the actual fucking vehicle there?
Was Tyson in
that shit?
No, he was in the Big Bang Theory, not
the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
No, not that. Yeah.
This one?
Look at this lunar module with this fucking tinfoil and all that shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it does look a bit shoddy, eh?
Bro, look at that fucking stuff, bro. It looks like cardboard. Gee, that is the worst piece of shit I've ever
Probably
fucking
designed
seen.
by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Bro,
So-
that is crazy. And
So that was in the rocket ship, right?
Yeah, because it's theoretically it's
hypothetically,
supposed to split out.
so
or whatever,
yeah,
and then,
so
yeah.
and that's the thing that propelled them off the moon back to Earth.
I only don't believe that first video they did of the moon landing. Like I only think that's fake. You know that video where it's like looks like space dust just getting like poofed out of the thing as it
The
takes off.
Nevada desert, G.
That one looks fake. That one for sure looks
Which
fake.
one?
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, can you pull it up, please? Like that's
yeah.
the one I was talking about. That flag looks like it's
this one?
in the wind, bro.
Yeah, it does look a bit janky, eh? Like
Doesn't it look like it's in the wind?
yeah, there's supposed to be no wind, no
There ain't
oxygen,
there
no
ain't
nothing.
oxygen.
Yeah, that is a bit.
I'm
sketch.
just saying that's the only time I've just been like, I know I told that to a few people and they're like, "You're crazy," and I'm like,
Bro,
yeah,
exactly.
maybe.
Straight away, yo, you're crazy. Don't question that.
Maybe I
narrative.
am.
Blah,
Like
blah,
it
blah,
doesn't
blah, blah.
bother me too much, but like at least
It's moon takeoff.
you know, I was just saying.
You know what's funny?
We thought wrestling was real when I was a kid.
Yeah, I thought
I
wrestling was
literally
real
thought
too.
the Undertaker pile driving people and he's like dead man walking. I was like, yeah, of course he's dead, but he's been showing up to wrestling now.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
dead man's been like,
He's a zombie at this
He
point.
comes out of the
wrestling
coffin every
people.
time, hard as fuck.
he's constantly wrestling at WrestleMania as a dead man.
The crazy thing is, what year is this from?
I believe it's like 19 something. That was so bad. bro.
Okay, thanks.
Who
man.
the fuck is
so what are you
taking this
saying?
footage
This is
and
the one you
sending
said
it
that-
back?
I believe it's this one. I'm pretty sure it's a black and white footage, but this might be the same one too.
And L, this is the one you think is like looks sketchy.
Yeah, I believe. If this is the one that takes off, then yeah, it'll be the sketchy one. Let's skip ahead
Yeah.
because it's just chilling there for a while. Oh, here we go. Oh, bro, come on now.
Bro. Gee, that...
Yo, what's the sparkles?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was it confetti or some shit?
Okay,
God damn.
How
that
did
is
they
the
get
most
this footage
least
back?
aerodynamic fucking looking thing I've ever seen.
They better hope Earth is in that direction, because otherwise they're just floating to nowhere, bro.
who filmed that?
Exactly. What, they just left one of the bros on the moon and was like, hey, brother, do you reckon you can just take this for the gram, G? I'm just gonna...
Yo, you're just gonna have to take one for the boys, G.
We'll
for
see you-
planet Earth.
We'll see you in the next
How am I
mission, which
getting
is
the
like
footage
6...
back. Just send the SD card. Mail it.
We'll see you in 6 months. That's the next mission, bro.
Dog, that was some...
Oh yeah,
I mean,
how did they do
because,
that back in the day?
because
they
we...
were carrying film canisters.
Yeah, they would have the
Gee,
full
exactly.
big film.
Yeah, no, they film the fucking things taking off, bro. When you start to look at these details, you start to keep on going, wait, this one and this one, it's crazy.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
I gotta admit, that weird sparkling looking,
It's
it looked like a
far-fetched,
Guy
right?
Fawkes thing.
Bro, you know what's crazy though? Because we see such modern CGI these days. Bro, we can watch movies from the 2000s and we're like, bro, that is fucking hilarious. That looks like what the 80s used to look
Yeah.
like. But now we have got
slow
such a good
down.
understanding of
But
what
I guess that's now. Back then, people would have been like, "What are the sparkles?" Right?
Exactly. They were like, oh my God, because 70s CGI is fucking hilarious.
It's
But
hilarious.
because of our
CGI didn't
brains,
exist
we
in
can
the
see
70s,
that. We can clearly see that that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, can we come to a consensus that is some clear,
I'm not gonna say.
100%
I'm never
bullshit?
gonna 100% say anything, but
99.
Bro, tell me that doesn't look like one of those perfume bottles with the little pump on it as it like flies off into the distance. You know, it has a little pump. Those old perfume bottles.
so what is this one? Apollo 17's lunar.
This is the second moon one, right?
and this was
I
a
don't know.
takeoff from the moon,
From the moon, yeah. So
and
they-
they're heading back to Earth.
assuming they're heading back to
That's
Earth.
the wrong way, bro.
And boom.
Where the fuck is Earth? It goes up.
Because theoretically, you should be able to see the Earth from the moon, right? And
Earth-
like,
Maybe
Earth is meant to be
That's-
what, 3 times bigger than the moon?
yeah, something like that. And if the camera's going up in the same direction,
So
How can
so
you
why
not see
did
the
we?
Earth?
What was the point of going to the moon? To you,
It's just to keep this whole thing alive.
that's it.
Straight up.
There's no fucking
Straight
reason.
up. This is just propaganda, you
Yep.
know, like this is just the space propaganda, bro. It's all part of the same shit. But
So
now
we're
we have-
just finding new ways to extract
Just-
money out of people. Is that what you
Exact. Oh yeah, bro. It's huge. Keeping up this live space has, I think, multiple benefits just to keep people in the slumber and not keep them spiritual. You know what I mean? Like make them just wake up in the morning and understand. Like, wait, so I go to job for this 9 to 5 for this fucking corporation that I don't really care about. Why am I doing this? But people just fucking wake up and make money just to survive, just to then go to their job for another fucking 50 years just to survive. You know what I mean?
Pump tax money into the government.
Exactly, bro. It keeps us in this fucking loop. But if we, soon as we like,
Break
you know,
free.
look at the cool shit you guys are doing. Look at the cool shit. Like I have so many friends that they do because they've just got like
do you
not
think
even the
we're-
most spiritual people, but they're open to the thought of just like bigger possibilities than just the norm of just like, oh, I should go fucking get a good degree in economics. Not shitting on anybody who does stuff like that too, because they might be passionate about it. But a lot of people just get caught in the loop just for
One
the sake
passionate
of
NASA dude watching this like, man.
fuck you. You
to
don't
love
know
this
shit.
I've been working for NASA for years, dog. Now,
Yeah, fuck. But like people just get caught in the loop and they don't like look at the possibility of how many different things they could do with their life.
Right,
Maybe
right.
that aren't to do with money, that have more purpose because
Right.
seeing life in a bigger sense. You know, I think that's what the biggest thing behind most this whole flat earth thing is just realizing that you are bigger than just, you're not just some fucking little dust that formulated. You're actually part of some bigger story, whether it's exactly what the Bible says and all that. I'm not exactly like super religious, but I believe in a creator. I'm not sure how it is, but I know that like if you look at like our eyes, like how crazy our eyes are, like scientifically, how all the little parts, our organs, how we self-heal.
that's I mean like
We're
it's,
crazy creations.
Yeah.
We're cyborgs of the like way more fucking futuristic than we will ever make, I think. And we're a mistake. I think that's just, that's what this all bubbles down to.
do you think
for
that
me.
the creator or the person it's a soul entity? Do you think it's a group of people? What do you think?
Fuck, I don't-
It's
I
a-
don't
that's
if you
a
had
tough
to, if
one.
you
I
had
don't
to
know.
guess or say like
I
a
don't know,
statement.
man.
I think about it too.
um,
I just cannot formulate an answer.
I think that to go back to like what you're saying about aliens,
Yeah.
and like aliens real,
Yeah.
I think that but I think that there's creatures like, so we're stuck on what, we're a 4-dimensional plane. Yeah. Like as soon as I think it's so hard for us to comprehend what the 5th dimension is.
Right. So
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
stuff that we just cannot see.
Like
or
if someone was to break it
comprehend.
down to you in a paragraph, you'd just be like, what?
Yeah,
And I think that we are lower vibrationally as a race than I think maybe we have been in the past. I feel like there's some kind of continuum or something, and I think that's making us not be able to understand what the creator is. He's not ruled by what the 4th dimension is. Time, right?
Yeah.
Time, space, and matter
Doesn't exist.
as
right.
has no,
It doesn't matter.
because it doesn't matter because I don't think he's part, or he, she, what, I don't think they're a part of, they're ruled by any of those laws.
not governed by anything.
Because they made us.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
created us. How much fucking billions and whatever. Like it's so crazy to comprehend. I don't know what to comprehend. I think there's just like an energy of some sort.
So is there good and evil, or is it just a human construct that's come upon us? Do you think we were
Dang,
just
that's some real shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, you know, like maybe about like 10 years ago, I'd say exactly that. I'd be like, good and evil doesn't exist. It's to what you perceive.
yeah.
I think that's still actually quite quite true to the belief of like, or whatever your perspective of things is. You might say this is evil. If you're religious, you might say, I don't know, if you're Muslim, you don't eat ham and like pork and stuff.
Pork, yeah.
Might say
Yeah,
that's
pork.
evil. Vegans say meat is evil. You know what I mean? And there is that.
Yeah.
But I believe that, and I think in life that, you know, if you're about to fucking kill someone, you can't tell me that there's not even a speck in you. Hopefully there's a big fucking energy saying, stop it right now.
To
you
take
crazy
to take a
motherfucker."
human life to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
creator. to whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
Judge and
I think
jury.
that-
it's quite a big.
Executioner,
but then going back to what I was saying about perspective, what if they're a serial killer? You know what I mean? So you're killing,
what, like-
you're about to kill a serial killer, but still you might feel that thing that you're about to take.
Yeah,
so it's all
yeah.
about perspective.
It's the
but I
act of
think-
it, right? It's like circumstance.
Well,
in
I'll
war,
tell you-
there's two evils. Both sides are evil in war,
Yeah.
right? But like you said, in circumstance, if it was a serial killer, you might be warranted to take his life. But
what
at
you're
the same
saying
time,
in war
it's-
is sometimes people even knew that maybe what they were doing, maybe not the right thing, but they're protecting their country from further evil.
yeah. So they're
lesser-
seeing the opposition as evil,
Yeah.
but it's the same both
I'll
ways.
tell you what
That's
is
why-
evil. I don't know if you saw the Michael Hill. You
Oh,
showed me-
bro, yeah,
the Michael Hill thing. There was these two young kids in the car,
yeah.
and Alvin showed me. This is what happened. They robbed a Michael Hill jeweler, and they were.
Oh, is this, bro? This is a string of. Is this
There's
in
a
New
string-
Zealand?
There's a string of them, yeah.
Bro, it's
Just a
going
few
fucking
days ago
crazy.
in the shore, they got hit
But
as
what
well,
happened
yeah.
to these two was they were driving and two police cars
Yeah.
rammed them on either side, and they had like 10 cars, a spike strip, like it was a movie.
Yeah.
And when the kids got down, the dude beat him over the head like he was
Yeah, it was
coconut.
ruthless, man.
Like this
It
was like UFC, and he
ruthless.
was Conor McGregor, and the kid was the kid. Like,
Yanked him out
he
the
was-
car, boom.
and he was like, "Get the fuck down!" The guy was already down.
Yeah. It was ironic.
He was like,
funny.
"Yes, sir." Just
Bro, that goes back to that conversation. Power,
power, right?
power,
yeah,
power
power.
tripping. It's
Yeah.
like some teachers, they just
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
get
Put
at
you on
these
detention
kids.
for nothing.
Police. Everybody think police are evil. It's just some people, when they get given a
Power.
lot of authority and power, they do
Mm.
it in some fucked up ways, man.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
those
they've
kids are
always
fucking
wanted
guilty,
it.
man. They're already about to have a fucking. Well, maybe they'll have a sentence. I don't know. You can get away with it when you're real young, right?
When you're under 18
Everybody's
here,
been
it's,
saying this.
Yeah,
yeah,
everybody's
which
been-
is real fucked
The
up. I mean, there
punishment
needs to be
isn't-
something like that because of all the ram raids that's happening. But I mean, they're already about to be punished. You don't need to fucking beat them up.
Right.
Yeah,
When I
exact-
saw it,
it's
I was
excessive,
like,
excessive.
my goodness, he's like, the dude's on the ground. Like it's
His hands behind his back, bro. Like you don't need to
unless
add
he's
any...
going to like unless he's gonna combust. Like he's like, go get your fire. There's nothing he could have
He's gonna
done.
implode.
Knock
bro.
him out, otherwise he's gonna explode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, nah,
They
it's
spiked his
excessive
car,
force.
and it was a shitbox too. It wasn't like a.
They're not going
Lamborghini.
anywhere. Literally, two cops like stuck in between. I mean, this car is stuck in between two cops, so there's no way. There's
The
enough
cars ran a
power.
train on the other car.
Yeah, essentially, it's not going anywhere. But
So
they,
this was all over the news and shit.
Yeah, well, Alvin.
Social
showed
yeah,
it
media
to
it's
me.
all
on
that.
it's on NZ Herald.
I'm not sure
There's
what
a
the
video.
comments or consensus is, but like even me seeing it, even as being like, damn, they must have stole some jewelry. I still think like treat a human like a human.
Yeah,
Dog.
100%.
And I mean, I don't condone
I
any
don't
of that
condone it.
shit.
No.
But you never know what's going on in that situation to drive some people to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, fuck, I don't know. Like, there's stories of people, you know, like in the US, you know, they've got all these medical bills and shit they have nothing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
They go and rob someone. You know, what if, and I'm not, like, the likelihood of it being that, I don't
It's
know.
not
is-
too
is
likely in NZ, but
slim, but you never know what their fucking parents were like to
Yeah.
set the
Upbringing,
norm for
the
them.
environment.
Like,
essentially.
yeah, I mean, you gotta be considerate, but also you gotta be real about all of that stuff, and you gotta give the correct punishment, regardless of what the situation is before. Whatever you did is fucked up, regardless. But beating their heads in,
tough, man. That's real.
Tough, bro.
that's
That
fucking
ain't-
stupid.
Yeah.
It's
And they were young.
the article
so.
said that they were young. They didn't specify age, but if you're gonna say young, you're gonna
Young
assume
enough
they're
to not get a beat down.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're about to be fucking punished, bro. Like, what the fuck else do you need to do? cuz?
Exactly.
Damn. Well, let me ask you about Pangea. Do you believe in that? I always bring up Pangea because
What's
of this
Pangea?
guy.
It's so back in the day, before there were countries, it was just one big land, and then it all
Because
split up.
that's a huge theory in itself that the Earth was like, man, fuck
Yeah.
this, and then
Because that's how the whole, I'm gonna say it again, Homo erectus and all that, like did the whole traveling across.
You
the
got
whole
it right
world to
this time,
spread.
dog.
Thank you, thank you.
My man.
It might not even be erectus. It might be the one before it. But, you know.
Erectus. Erectile. Bro, I think
just
I honestly
the
think that
tectonic
we've been
plates shifting and
I don't I haven't seen how
Russia.
flat Earth reacts or like how the theory interacts with the tectonic plates.
yeah.
Personally,
Yeah.
I
So
know
you think
of
this
it.
could have some validity?
Bro, I just
don't know enough about
I
it.
just like
Yep.
am very sure.
Yep.
Like again, not 100%. I'll say very sure. I'm very sure that we've been fed a lot of like absolute bullshit about like about the Earth's creation, and I think it's like I personally think it's that they just chuck all this.
So you reckon
information
someone out here
there,
knows? Like there's
bro,
people up there who know it. Because there's got to be people who know stuff we don't know.
bro.
Like, yeah.
Bro, all I'm saying is-
Echelon.
As much as people go around and say like Illuminati, all of this Illuminati, New World Order, and all this shit, like that's this big like it's this big kind of what's it where you like divert people? What's the word I'm looking for?
Misdirect?
Yeah, like there's a lot of misdirecting going on in the like in the I'll say truther community. They put out a lot of theories and all of that stuff, just like with this, just like with if they didn't want you to believe that the earth was flat, they're gonna make up all of this crazy shit about 200, and they get real specific too. They're like, exactly 230 million years ago, this land touched this land. But I'm not saying that it's not true again, but I think that there's and there has been for a while, for it's either hundreds of years or thousands of years. That's the crazy shit that I don't understand. But there's a community of people in this world that are actually literally everywhere that know that are the enlightened ones, essentially. People say they're Freemasons. Freemasons is an organization that have lodges everywhere. But Freemasonry is actually just a front for a bigger thing that we that is very hard to explain. But there's like a global community of people that are a lot more enlightened or have this information. And the crazy thing is, when I first got into like Illuminati documentaries when I was fucking 17 and stuff, I was like, oh my god, there's like 6 people who rule the world. But no, bro, there's 5,000 Freemasons in New Zealand alone. They're everywhere.
Wow.
They're in Huntley. They're in fucking New Plymouth. They're literally everywhere, bro. And there's actually people that know so much about and they might be fucking. They might just be actual Freemasons, or they might be people who are.
Can you tell? How do you know who's a Freemason?
Bro, I wouldn't have any.
wouldn't
clue.
know,
Don't they
right?
have that
Wouldn't have any
that
clue.
logo, that little symbol thing?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I
oh,
mean,
you're talking
like
about
that-
the stonecutters from the sunset.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Dog.
This
The Stonecutters is some real shit.
Huh?
Like, is some real shit.
this guy's like,
Oh,
what?
the one thing I thought was fake is real.
No, I
No.
mean the Stonecutters isn't real, but it's
oh,
the,
The idea of it, right?
shit.
the whole
right,
it's
right.
it's predictive programming.
Yeah.
You guys have heard the term predictive
No,
programming?
tell me, explain to me.
So in movies and like, okay, the best fucking example of predictive program, and you can go watch this. Oh my god, go fucking watch this.
He
It
says
will
the
freak
Truman
you the
Show,
fuck
I'm
out. Contagion. Have you heard of that movie?
Oh, I've seen them. No, I haven't seen it. I heard of the movie.
Dog. It is the whole COVID fucking
Yeah, before it came, right?
dog.
I have heard about it.
It is like the whole thing. I mean, it's highly exaggerated and said that everyone was dying and fucking like
is
so
that
many
it there
people
for
died.
the 2011 film?
Yeah, that's the one.
okay. All
Bro,
right.
exactly. 2011. They have like it comes from bats at a wet market
In 2011, the movie.
in 2011.
That's the premise in 2011.
Bro, go watch that movie. I swear,
the premise.
Yeah, let's look up the
premise.
synopsis.
Have you seen the Truman Show?
absolutely.
Yeah,
That's flat Earth. That's flat Earth predictive
I
programming,
was
bro.
thinking about you, and I was like, that is.
That
Oh
is-
my god.
That is
yeah, returning from a Hong Kong business trip. So this is, in that general
Feeling a
area,
little
China.
sick, to which she attributes to jet lag. 2 days later, back home in suburban Minneapolis, Beth's husband. Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Rushes her to the hospital when she suffers a seizure. She does from an unknown.
This-
Does it say anything about that? If it does, I'm gonna lose my shit and die.
dog. Go watch that movie.
Here we go.
I'm telling you.
Bat-borne viruses. Pig and bat-borne viruses.
Bro. 2011.
Rainforest in China disturbing bats. Yeah.
That is the biggest. That is the biggest predictive programming thing that you'll watch. But
Wow, that's
if you go
crazy.
back and you watch all these movies. Like to be honest, I enjoy.
Matt Damon's in it.
I enjoy a good fucking Marvel movie. You know, like I like CGI. I like
Thor.
all of that shit.
Thor is
And-
pretty
but-
Taika Waititi, baby, let's go.
Oh, bro, but I can't watch like major movies now without literally dissecting it from start to finish.
Yeah, right.
Why they're making the movie, what the points is behind
you reckon
it.
it's a big
Bro, because you
distraction?
got to understand, like Hollywood
Yeah.
is a media company, and
yeah.
they make the fictional propaganda.
Oh, yeah,
Our
yeah.
mainstream news is the non-fictional propaganda.
Yeah. Oh,
but it
oh,
all
God, bro.
you got to.
Like,
Where does the funding come from for all of this shit? Yes, people love movies, but you can't tell me that like Hollywood back in the day was like there was that many moviegoers that they were able to have that much of an industry. You know, like there's CIA like Operation Mockingbird when they've infiltrated the news. There's a whole trial around that. Go look at that shit.
Jesus.
Basically, all of our media has been pumped by the CIA and all these organizations, and they just put these ideas in these movies. Why? Because there's some fucked up thing about this organization. They like to tell you what they're doing. I don't know.
It's to give you hints. It's like
giving you a heads
serial,
up, eh?
it's like a
Like-
serial
Yeah.
killer who's like, let me leave a little clue.
You're
Bro,
gonna die in like a few.
Right?
honestly,
yeah.
what a crazy. I haven't actually thought of that before, but yeah, psychopathic shit.
Yeah.
But also,
Wow.
when you're telling your friend about this theory and your friend's fucking like hasn't heard any of this shit before, and he's like, wait, that was in that movie. I don't know. There isn't one that I've necessarily seen in this movie, but it was like, bro, that was in that movie Avatar, bro. You're just literally telling me about a movie. So if you can put it in a fictional movie and then all of a sudden it's actually something that's true, they will instantly relate it to the thing that is seen as fictional. So it's very easy. It's very good to discredit that in a very docile.
Has there been another one besides this movie that you've seen happen? On...
bro? Like no, it's literally every fucking movie you'll look at.
Yeah.
Oh my god, honestly, I'm drawing a blank right now, but
Yeah.
I will send some more to you.
Yeah, please do,
It's-
bro.
It's
Please.
fucking,
This isn't crazy,
it's
bro.
fucking crazy, bro. It's
Wow.
in all of our movies, and it's wild because you're like, wait, how? Okay, so tell me how that do you really think that that's a coincidence?
It's a very slim chance that
It's like 0.0000.
It's a slim chance that out of all the animals you could have chose or insects you could have chose
Right,
that.
yeah.
To I mean, I don't know if bats are known to cause. I'm actually
I don't
not
know.
But
sure.
bro,
I know
it's
the
it's
research,
worse.
but-
Like the way they handle it in the movie. There's bro. Honestly, when you guys watch this, like Cody, my girl, she's very open minded, but she's kind of like got the perspective. She's like nothing's fucking true. Like even when I say some of my like theories and stuff. And she's like,
She doesn't even believe that.
Yeah, she
Doesn't
don't.
even
She
humor you, bro.
don't. She doesn't.
Josh,
even-
you're an idiot. What are you talking about?
she does follow, like she does believe a lot of what I say, but when like she challenges me on everything, and that's fucking beautiful, you know.
that's
but
great.
she also watches the news and she challenges that shit too, you know. She's human. But we watched Contagion together, and she was fucking freaked out, bro. Like literally. That is the best example I could give you because it's very recent and it's very close to home
Wow,
now.
yeah.
And I just can't believe that there's not more people saying, what? Like,
I never made
whenever
that
I say it,
connection,
no
yeah,
one's seen it. No one's seen that movie.
Yeah,
So
I haven't made that connection.
It wasn't like
either.
a huge, not that it wasn't huge, but it wasn't like a blockbuster.
It's fucking Matt Damon, bro.
I don't know if they wanted it to be a blockbuster.
Yeah, no,
I
right,
don't know
right.
how. I don't know if it
Enough
was in
people saw it,
movies.
but not too many.
Yeah,
Exactly, bro. Because that one's a bit of an obvious one. When you watch that, even fucking normies will be like, shit. But yeah.
I mean, it's taken like 9 years to come to fruition, essentially. So I mean, like people might have.
What
almost
movie
forgotten
came out this year?
Exactly.
this
Bro,
year.
so much. Fuck, there's
We
so
watched
much.
Batman this year. In 9 years, there's gonna be an actual dude in a
Batman's
bat suit.
one is a crack addiction, bro. Fucking
Have you seen that movie?
the new
new Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking loved it, but I fell asleep like 3 times the way through.
That's the most
Josh needs to
contrasting
be
thing,
the
bro.
movie critic. Fuck, I love this movie. I didn't see it though.
But it felt like a great vibe.
I loved it, but I feel like it just
dragged on.
Yeah,
It dragged,
It was a
right.
3-hour movie.
I feel like they really like did well for like the first half of it, and then I felt like it got a bit unnecessary. It was the latest viewing, and to be honest, I had a pretty fucking long week.
We had
No,
the
we
latest,
got the
we had the
latest one,
latest
too.
viewing too. It
Yeah.
was late when we came out.
You
like,
guys
after midnight or something.
stay tuned in the whole time?
Yeah, I tried to.
Mostly. I mean, the part where he stabs his leg and
Yeah, that's the
Screams.
reference.
That
You know,
woke
at the
me up.
end, he was getting like
you
destroyed
might have fallen asleep
by the
at that
Riddler.
point.
Dog, I
He
don't
like
know.
I think
he
he did,
injects
bro.
that crack thing into his leg, and then he goes hard and just beats the shit out of
Also,
that
yeah,
Riddler, dude.
he beats the shit out of a dude and he's fully okay.
Bro, take off the mask, no bruises, no nothing.
So Batman's useless.
Yeah, that- and
also,
that- and
most
that was
people die
meant-
in the movie.
Oh wait, the dude he bit up was
Yeah.
it?
yeah, yeah.
He was fine. He was laughing.
fresh. He was
Yeah.
fresh.
He
bro.
also tried to kill someone. Batman not supposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah. It was a very
tried
as
to kill
time goes
Batman
on,
many
Batman gets a
times.
little bit more evil, eh?
He's pretty evil.
He's
He
pretty
doesn't
evil.
Like in
actually
the
save
Dark
people.
Knight, all the 2000s
Yeah,
Batmans.
yeah.
They were like kind of trying to get him to a little bit of an adult Batman, you know. And now this one is some like
He's just an emo who doesn't really.
yeah,
give a shit.
it was almost like film noir type shit.
It was,
Yeah, it had that style.
I mean, I
for
really
sure.
did like it, but
Yeah, I actually I
they made
did
the
really rate it
Riddler
apart from falling
actual
asleep.
evil because, like in the comic book, he's not actually killer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
wants Batman's attention, like
Yeah.
intellectually. But in this one, he's straight up shooting people.
Yeah.
he's
with the snipers.
flooding the whole
Yeah.
goddamn city, bro.
Fuck, man.
He,
Yeah.
he took a 50 cal.
Yeah. And just pop.
That's some
That's-
kind of Riddler, man. That is.
I mean, I said it before. I'll say it again. I like the new Batman, but I don't like him as Bruce Wayne.
You like Robert Pattinson?
Robert
Pat-
Pattinson is it's too emo to be a Bruce Wayne, I think. But
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for us because, like, I was a Batman fucking fiend when I was like 3 years old.
you're like this guy, bro. He
I
loves
was like,
Batman.
I
I was
love
like, he's
Batman.
like a superhero, but now
He's like.
but now he's not. You know what I mean? Now
he's
he's
straight
just,
vigilante, bro.
Yeah,
he's
they,
just-
they very much
yeah.
turned him into a vigilante. He a little bit emo, a little
Yeah.
bit crazy. But I think
That's-
the story of Batman, when you do think about it, he is a bit of a fucking weird motherfucker. You know? What I
Yeah,
mean?
well,
Like,
this is the reimagining. So this movie takes place in his second year of being a detective. So he's not really that good yet, and that's why.
Oh,
so
really? I didn't know that.
True.
Yeah, so they're developing that thing, and as that's why Robert Pattinson said the next movie he'll develop this, and so that's why I told you at the end of the movie I'm interested to see as a whole of the series where it goes.
How he
evolves.
develops.
Yeah.
as a
That's why I think he's
character,
gonna be
right,
the
right.
best Batman because he
Yeah, he's
plays it
good.
like
He's a
that.
great Batman.
But yeah, no, the crack scene made me
Oh
laugh.
my god, that was the funniest shit. Honestly, that woke
You're
me
in,
up.
you're in
That's-
trouble. That would probably be a practical application
Honestly, that would
for
be
the use of some
yeah.
amphetamines.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Shit. That's
yeah.
probably where it would actually work.
if they gave
and
it
do
to
your-
that dude who was like, who got the Michael Hill guy,
Oh.
he was down and he just had some crack.
Wake up, bro.
Later.
Oh,
You know what?
Yeah.
I just realized. I just realized predictive programming.
Oh, here we go.
This
Here we
isn't
go.
this isn't actually maybe predicting, but it is just like a little like crazy thing that they just chucked in there. Fuck, if you must have seen the Doctor Strange,
Yeah, I have.
I have.
The newest one, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
bro. The in the alternate reality. Fuck, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
another dimension.
Yeah, the
multiverse.
superheroes.
Yeah.
They're called the Illuminati. Which
Oh,
was
yeah,
some
the Illuminati,
real
yeah.
crazy
They're
shit.
called that.
Yeah.
They
well,
call-
it's been in the comics for a long time. The organization's called the Illuminati. They get all the smartest or the greatest heroes around the world to come together. It's
Isn't that
comprised
just Justice League, bro?
of- essentially? But it's like a secret Justice League
Oh, so
in Marvel.
So just
boom,
us
but
League.
a
or some
secret.
shit.
It's exactly,
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
my god.
The enlightened ones or the
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
You know, like I don't think
The concept behind it, right, is what we're trying to get across.
So like fuck what the name is, but exactly the concept. They're all these superheroes. They're secretive. They're higher in a sense. They're really building towards that thing. They're planting that in your mind in a fictional sense. As soon as you tell some kid about that, they're like, "Oh, bro, that's Marvel. That's Doctor Strange." You know what I mean? Just-
Right. And
So it's-
you don't want to look deeper under the surface.
Yeah, you're like,
to
bro,
what-
shut up. This
Yeah.
this is superhero bullshit. Man.
Right,
Fuck
right.
off. You know what I mean? So
Wow.
yeah, and I think that
Interesting.
the funny thing about talking about Batman is that like it's just so crazy how they constantly remake the same movies. You know,
Yeah.
like there's a 90s Batman.
Yeah.
There's a 2000s.
Yeah.
Did it go to 2000s?
Yeah,
Yeah,
early
I'm not sure.
2000s. Yeah.
Oh, six
Yeah,
is
and now
Batman
they,
Begins.
yeah, now they're
Batman
doing the
Begins.
new Batman. I feel and maybe I haven't deciphered it, but just as a thought, like I feel that they constantly renewing these narratives, maybe for more reason than they're just like great stories, you know what I mean? Because, bro, when they released a new Batman, I was fucking really surprised, because the old Batmans were still fucking, like, crazy in my mind.
Oh, yeah.
They were real fucking good.
Dark Knight was my
Christopher
top.
Nolan, man. It's as good as you'll ever see a
as ever.
superhero.
Yeah,
movie.
like, and I was buzzing out. I was like, fuck, they already.
So do you think?
that
What do you
shit.
think the reason is? Do you not think it's just Hollywood rehashing the story for profit?
I mean, you know what? I could be digging in a complete wrong hole. I mean, like, yo, fishing.
have you
nothing.
have you ever like done that and been like, I was totally wrong?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What was one of
There's
those?
so
like-
many wormholes.
It's interesting. Like it's good to like. I think it shows more credibility for someone who could be like, man,
can reflect, right?
Yeah, I fucked that one
yeah.
up. My bad. As opposed to someone who's like, nah, I got everything right.
I know what I'm talking
man,
about.
Nah, there's over the last 10 or so years that I've kind of been looking at, I guess, information that isn't so normal and mainstream. There's been plenty, you know.
Do you remember anyone that you like? Maybe.
That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to.
Do you remember
dig in.
anything you were like adamant on and then you got it fucking way wrong? Mine was, this was like a week or two ago. I love wrestling. There's this wrestler called Rob Van Dam.
Oh yeah,
Rob Van
okay, I
Dam.
was here for
Rob
this. Yeah.
Van Dam,
Yeah.
and I thought he was related to this guy Jean-Claude Van Damme. They're not related at all.
No.
They look the
You were
same.
so adamant about it too
I was-
until we googled it.
I
like-
genuinely thought I don't know who I heard it from, and I was like, "This is so true."
Was that one of those primary school ones? You know, in primary
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
Bro, primary school, I swear, was
'Cause-
the craziest hub of sharing fucking
Oh,
just
but it's
out
not
there
just
facts.
that.
Eh?
It's
100%.
because Jean-Claude Van Damme was also like a fighter. He's like super
Yeah.
athletic, kicking all that.
I mean, I can see why you would draw those two. You know,
they're both like around the same. Like they look similar. If you bring a picture of them up, they look.
They actually
very
did. When we
similar.
did
Oh,
side
true.
by side, my God, they looked very similar.
Shit. Well,
And someone had duped me, man. I was like, God,
got
but,
duped
but I
since
was wrong.
primary
I was
school,
wrong,
man.
and now I have to be like, there's no connection. I was fully wrong.
Yeah.
it's good to admit that, brother.
Yeah.
That's the first stage.
That was
We're proud of you.
probably one of my biggest ones.
Yeah. Wow. I can't think of one like on the spot.
Yeah.
I know I've been wrong a multitude
Of course,
times.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
been wrong.
You know me, bro.
mean,
million
I'm
times.
wrong a lot of
Have you
times
guys,
on this podcast.
Have you guys ever watched a show called Ancient Aliens before? Have you heard of it?
Is it the dude who does the aliens thing?
Yeah, Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I was like, I mean, this isn't a specific example, but I
thought he was an
literally like swore by that show. I used to watch it all the time when I was like 17, 18. And I was like, fuck, this guy's spitting out some mad
He's got
facts.
bars. Yeah.
And then I looked into some of the Ancient Aliens debunked videos. And it's pretty clear, you know, like it's fucking clear.
It's clear as day, but I was
So
fucking
funny, bro.
stupid.
I was
there's-
high,
there's
bro.
even these- I was
Again,
high. That is-
17, 18, I
Dog.
was high, bro.
I don't know if there was much of my life that wasn't, but around that age, I'm good now. Hey. But yeah, he's like, look at these blocks. They're exactly perfect right angles in the back of them. He's like, look in this debunking video. And then the video stopped. He's like, now let's take a look at them angles. And just because he does it real fast, you go back and look at those angles. It's like, fuck. You know, like there was all these little things that it broke down. I was like, fuck. I got duped by all this shit. But in thinking about it a lot, like if you're gonna watch anything on something like History Channel or any of those fucking of those like channels that are owned by multinational corporations, the people who own like pretty much everything, there will probably be some little truths put in there, but exaggerated in like a whole sorts of way, and they'll put some like diversions, you know what I mean? Kind of like I was saying before. So if I was to watch Ancient Aliens again, I'd probably be like, bullshit. Hey, there's something there, because some of the ancient sites they look at is
Right.
actually
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Right.
And it's like, wait, how did that get there? There's not much explanation of that in our scientific thing. They're like fucking, they try to say that like, I don't know, some of these things got done by humans 8 years ago with the fucking like stone and the chisel. I mean,
Like you reckon the pyramids and stuff.
pyramids is a whole thing, bro. Pyramids,
Yeah, that's-
bro. There was this
Because that's the maddest shit I've seen. The Egyptians with ancient
dragging big ass blocks.
You know how they
and
were said
that's
to
like-
drag it on like wheels, but like, do you know How much do they weigh? Like,
Bro,
Like tons of
it's like
shit.
some of them are
eccentric
like
amounts.
some of the stones they find around are like upwards of like 1,000 tons.
yeah,
like,
yeah, some
literally
exorbitant number.
it's
yeah.
literally like, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
How
come
did
on.
you pick
Come
that
on,
up?
like,
Far-fetched thing.
Do the maths. Like
yeah.
the mathematicians aren't present in these conversations clearly because
Yeah.
that's fucked. But bro, the crazy thing, and you know, it's funny that I actually just shat on the History Channel because I actually just not just like years and years and years ago I watched this program on the pyramids that basically say that and fuck you, I wonder if it will have it on Google, but the dimensions of the pyramids, it's something to do with like if you take away the diameter, it's like, oh bro, I'm gonna shit all over this, I'm really sorry, but it's something to do with if you take away the like diameter by the base height or something, it equals like the exact speed of light or something like that.
Whoa.
There's some insane mathematics and knowledge that's in the dimensions of the Great Pyramid.
Yeah, I heard that they were really ahead of their time with like technology
Yeah.
and stuff. And so it's not extremely far-fetched that they were able to build it, but not what we perceive them to have done, like dragging
So what the
up
hell happened
blocks
to
and
current Egyptians if the ancient ones were so fucking
shit. Yeah.
like, you know how they have like ancient Greek people, some of them
Yeah,
are like
yeah, yeah.
goddamn gods and stuff,
Yeah,
and then
oh,
you
yeah.
see a Greek dude, you're like,
yeah, that is
this dude's
real
selling me
trippy, yeah.
gyros and stuff.
Was your godlike aesthetic and fucking intellect, bro?
Russell Crowe played you in fucking Thor. Like, you had an Australian playing you.
Man, you're not wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Something collapsed there, but
Humans, bro.
Yeah,
We go-
exactly.
Oh,
Going back to
humans
that
collapsed,
same thing,
bro.
bro. It's greed or some other greed because some other people came and take them over. But I find it hard to believe that I don't know, like if they were so smart to be able to build those kind of dimensions into
That long ago.
the pyramids without like say with these fucking stones and shit. Like I don't know how did I feel like it's crazy that they all of a sudden got like conquered or something. Like if they were that smart,
Right.
How did
Yeah,
they
yeah,
not?
yeah.
How were they not like so far superior? I mean, I guess some people probably just had better swords and stuff. But
And
how
then
did
they-
they not have the better swords?
And then
or-
they build this sphinxes, and it's like, what is
Whoa, so
what is
crazy.
that really? Like,
What
why
the fuck is
why was that a focal point of theirs? Like,
Yeah.
like a man building a lion statue and being like, yeah,
I needed that. I
Not
needed
expla-
it. I just
no,
needed
no
it.
explanation. Then 200 years later, you're like, why? And there's
even
Art.
Felt like a
even the
Art, bro.
even the mummification process is like
that's a crazy one,
is
right?
That's
real
so
trippy, bro.
crazy.
And if you like
That's a
listen
crazy
to the
th- I'd like to be
spiritualities,
You want to be mummified?
dog, I don't know.
That sounds rough. I mean, I know you're gonna be dead, but
Because
like,
I want to come back to life as a mummy.
I don't even. Okay,
I just want to do some. Like,
as opposed to like a zombie, because you still have your.
well,
brain
I've seen
inside,
the
I
movie
think.
The Mummy. I like how I
Okay.
like the stuff he's got.
Alright.
He's got pretty good skills. He could call upon other people.
he's super fucking strong.
Yeah, he's
I mean, if
strong.
I get my brain ripped out my nose, I'm gonna come back and
Only
that's fucking
problem,
super
that's a-
only
straight.
issue is cats.
Yeah. Well, that's
not good with that.
predictive. That's predictive
Oh shit!
programming, bro,
Yeah,
right there.
they were the gods. Or
Yeah.
they were the
Protectors.
Yeah, they were the protectors. See, that's some trippy shit.
I just don't get. I mean, the Sphinx thing. I'm like, that's a crazy concept. No, I don't know much about it. I'd love to know why they idolized it. Was it in a book that they saw, or was it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, what was the
Context
the
behind
reason
it.
for
Yeah,
that
reason.
being like they needed to build these huge things, right?
Yeah.
Because they were built, right? Or am I?
I think they were.
Am I
built.
tripping?
I
Yeah,
assume
there-
they were
but
built. Wait.
there's crazy shit
I
going
gotta
on
look it
there
up
because
now.
my older brother Raphael, he
Yeah, the
lives in
Great
Sydney.
Sphinx of Giza. Look at this. Look at that. That's real. That's
crazy.
like how did like do you know what I mean? Like now we have infrastructure when you're building like, you know, tall buildings, you have what do you call them? You have all those railings and things that you build stuff with. Because when you're scaling buildings, you have to build them with all those tools that are in current society. And I guess back in the day, how did they possibly do that?
yeah. Well, there's like
How did they have
there's
million
lots of
bricks
theories about like using sound and frequency
Yeah. Oh, really?
to move objects. So have you heard of
Bruh, that's nuts.
fuck, what are the have you heard of cymatics?
I don't think so.
Cymatics is what happens when you just search cymatics. It will literally tell you.
73 meters is this statue and 20 meters high.
Oh, Simon.
That is madness. Wow.
Is there a video? Oh, yeah, go down to just one of the videos. Yeah, that bottom one looks fucking looks fun.
This video may potentially trigger seizures. Oh my goodness.
So that's what happens when you put certain frequencies through objects.
Right.
So sound and vibration, literally, like it forms patterns and it can move things, and they like when they do it with this like grains of sand and stuff, and the shapes that it makes is like crazy. Basically, saying that frequency and sound has like a massive effect on material objects. You know what I mean? On matter. So what they say is that they had like they understood sound and frequency so well that they could actually like shoot a vibration or a certain frequency at things that would like you can even look at like levitation videos with some frequency, I'm pretty sure. It's not fucking big blocks like Egypt, but people do it these days, even with smaller objects. Like it's not complete fiction. They knew what they were fucking doing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, that's all I can say, bro. They knew exactly.
I feel like Egypt is a huge subject.
That's its own subject,
like,
isn't it?
Yeah.
That
We
is
should
like
have one just
We're gonna
on
have to do
Egypt.
We're gonna have to do some research and come back. Get you
We
back.
better
on for
go
that,
to
bro.
Egypt, come back, and be like, this is what I found out.
yeah, man. That has to be on the bucket list
Wow.
of going there, man.
Have you been there?
That's crazy. I haven't. I was actually just saying before my eldest brother, has his name's Raphael. He's lives in Sydney. He me and him will talk about this shit, like all of this shit, all night
Yeah.
with a fucking glass of water, no beers needed. We will literally talk about this
Yes,
all night,
sobriety, man. Yeah.
straight up. And he went to Egypt, and there's the mainstream tours that they take you through. They have these tour guides that kind of supposedly that regurgitate the information that we've been told about Egypt.
Sure.
But he found this real good tour guide, and apparently this tour guide was like taking him to these other spots where he doesn't take people, and he was showing him shit that just had did not fit in line with what we know Egypt as.
Wow.
Like some real crazy shit, and it sucks that I don't have the specifics right now, but I remember Rafa telling me, and he's like, bro, there's some stuff about Egypt. There's a lot of stuff about Egypt that I think that none of us know. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen those hieroglyphs that look like fucking spaceships and shit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some real crazy shit. I think that Egypt is a huge subject.
They used to
because-
draw them like with the things down. Yeah,
Yeah, they had some like
the sources.
yeah, fuck those sources apparently have been around for
Yeah,
for years and years and years.
Before,
Like you look at some of those like almost mid. Oh, I can't even. I don't know what the painting is. Fuck, I should have had a list of all the shit. Should I?
No,
There's
you're
like
good.
paintings from like mid 1500s
Yeah, I know
and
which-
1600s, and there's all these spaceships in the background and shit. You know, like this phenomenon that's been around like that for fucking ages, and that just never talked about. You know what I mean? And I think Egypt. The symbology of Egypt is still everywhere around us, with this whole Illuminati or these Freemasons, they use all the like the Osir, the pyramid and all of that. And I think that they maybe have some profound respect, or they had something to do with Egypt, or there's something there that's been continued, I think, to this day. I think I think there's actually like pretty crazy stuff to say that, like the Queen and stuff, their bloodline goes back like how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. There's crazy theories.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, there's crazy stuff that say that like there's been a family or a bloodline that has gone through all of these like
Events.
Egypt, Rome, Greek. They've all gone through that, and they've been controlling it since the start. When I first got into this, I was like, oh, there was a bunch of bankers that started this whole kind of movement in around late 18th century, 1776. Oh no, that's the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
But I think it's around that time where the bankers in like Europe and stuff started to really accumulate ridiculous amount of wealth. But I actually feel like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Jesuits before. Yeah, the Jesuits are like the Society of Jesus. They're like even before this whole Illuminati thing, and then apparently they're even connected to the fucking what are the Knights Templar, the Knights of Malta. Like apparently it goes like that far. Like there's been a society of people, a bloodline that have been controlling world events,
And it all comes back to money and wealth, doesn't it?
exactly. They accumulated power.
Yeah.
It's like when the
Power.
bankers started holding people's assets and gave them receipts.
Yeah,
and the receipts
the
became the
banking-
money.
bro, the banking system's so fraud, bro.
So, okay, that is
That's
okay,
another thing.
I said I wouldn't say anything's 100% fact, but the banking system,
Oh, bro.
100%.
We're operating on debt,
Fact.
bro. We're operating
Fact.
on debt.
They just put numbers into a computer.
Yeah.
Into a computer. Fractional reserve banking. They don't fractional reserve. A fraction of the reserve. They don't actually need to have what's in the bank because they're constantly trading your money.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just in a computer, so you think that it's there, but really they've just given you the numbers. Why do you think all these fucking crises happen? Because their trade goes wrong. Because everybody know that shit is volatile.
Yeah, that's
You
why
know,
there's
the
a limit.
printing-
That's why there's a limit to how much you can take out because they don't have all your money present.
They
bro.
do not have your money present,
'cause they're
and that's
loaning
how
you.
that's how these days that they've like controlled shit even more than they used to back in the day with gold and stuff. People could control their resources a lot, and they could stray from society. They could go off grid a lot easier. But these days, you fucking almost have to have a bank account to even be a
do
part of
anything.
society.
Anything, yeah.
You know, you really have to. You have to go into the system, which is controlled by and all of those people that you don't want to have control of you. You don't want to rely on them, but you don't actually have that much choice unless you want to go out into the wilderness and have no electricity and no all of this and all of that. But really, I'm pretty sure there's still something that they pull you in by. I can't remember what it is. Like you have to vote or like this. You have to be
Man, you
enrolled
get
to.
fined in Australia if you don't vote.
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
if
you do. No,
if-
my girl
yeah.
was telling me about that. Yeah.
If you're a resident or something, I'm luckily not.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to vote.
Well,
yeah,
the
yeah.
fine's like I don't know, it's some $100.
No, it's like
something
it's,
reasonable.
It's
But
a pretty hearty fine.
Well, you know, I wouldn't want to pay $200.
no, I wouldn't want to either. I'm just in the scale.
Like
of
over here, they're just like, oh, you should vote, and I'm like, you should shut up.
things. yeah.
What are you going to vote for, the blue or the red party? That's a whole nother conversation too.
fuck,
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, there's a blue and a red party. And,
Yeah.
and you know what's crazy? The
Tell me,
fucking crazy thing about politics is that they're like when it's getting close to the end of the debate, they just have a debate with those two major parties. They're like, oh, okay, everyone else, fuck off.
Yeah.
These
no
are
one
the
even
ones that they
matters.
want you to vote for. No one else ever wins.
But those
It's
other
blue or red.
those other parties just end up dissolving into the main parties anyway. So it's like,
Exactly.
it doesn't
But the
even matter.
craziest thing is, fuck, what was their name? There was that new political party that came out by that Kiwi
Another
dude.
party.
I don't know anything about this stuff.
Bro, I'm caking it. I was on board with this guy. What's his name? Billy TK. Basically, there was this guy Billy TK started. Oh my god. There was crazy shit going on with our election. This guy was calling out all the COVID, like all the stuff about COVID that was inconsistent. And he was actually really starting a movement. And like it even got to the point where people on you know all the news satire shows, you know how they have the news and then they have the satire news show where they like take some of the like current events and they turn them into all jokes and all of that shit, which is another subject again.
yeah.
But they were like going hard at this guy, calling him a fucking idiot and all this stuff. And he was saying some fucking credible stuff. And I don't understand what their basis for being real. Like they were really irate. Like who's David Seymour was like, he's like, he was calling him a fucking idiot and all this shit, which is pretty crazy. And politics is, you don't really do that because you get slammed.
Yeah.
But basically this guy was actually starting like a real movement. And there was some, I have no way of, like actually proving this or anything, but he had a huge movement, and I think he ended up getting like not even 2% at the end of the election, and there was this big I'll say conspiracy for lack of a better word that they actually like removed a lot of his votes. There was some crazy shit that happened, kind of like in the American election. Did you hear about all the votes that disappeared in the American election? All the dead people who posted votes and all of that stuff? with
I don't
with
think
the
I've
Trump.
heard that exactly.
Yeah.
I did hear there was some conspiracy about the voting in there, but I don't know the specifics.
No, apparently, it happened in New Zealand too.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
politics
yeah.
is
And-
politics wherever you go, man.
Bro,
I mean,
politics is just too what companies lobbying more like lobbyists. You know what
Yeah.
lobbyists are, right?
yeah.
So you're not allowed to bribe politics, but lobbying
Is that
It's
is
essentially
bribing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's this front term that is put out there to make bribery legal.
legal. Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. The amount of money that politicians take from companies to have certain policies and stuff. You know what? I think that there might be heaps of people that go into politics that have good intentions and all of that stuff. But then all of a sudden, if they start to accumulate a little bit of power and a little bit of, like people start to follow them, the money, back to that subject, like people start approaching them with money and their human instinct, I think.
Takes over, eh? Yeah.
Yeah. Or either that, or if they start to turn down the money, I reckon a blackmail would follow soon after.
Right.
Because, I think politics is like, I agree. Like, people like, you should vote. When people say you should vote and all this, I'm like, bro, honestly,
Do you even
really
have a say?
do
right?
you really think that it's gonna make that much of a difference? Unless maybe, I don't know, you get like a fucking Facebook group of like 500 people, which by the way, Billy TK's Facebook and all of that, Advanced New Zealand, that's what it is.
Advanced New
His
Zealand.
Facebook page got like taken down multiple
Really?
times.
Oh,
like there was huge shit going on in the media, like pulling
man,
down his movement.
Did not follow that.
Exactly, bro. No one knows about it, but yeah, that's like they'll do what they need to make sure that independent people don't gain momentum because they want the blue or the red party. You know, it's funny. It's gonna be the red party for maybe a term or two, then it's gonna go to the blue party. It'll never.
It's always been like that.
It'll
It's been
never
back and
stay
forth,
on one
yeah.
or the other because. Everything's going to shit. They blame it all on the people that were in current power. So after a term or two, they go to the next one. But a lot of people don't think that maybe they don't actually have as much power as they do, and that all the corporate entities and other people behind them are actually the ones pulling the strings, and they're just kind of the voice. Because politicians are actually just the voices of the people, correct?
Supposedly, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but do they really say? Are they really the voices of the people or the voices of their party that select the policy? You know what I mean? I like all the bills that get passed as of recent or like in the last few years, they pass these bills at crazy times, like Tuesday, 11:59 p.m. and you have till 8 a.m. Wednesday to get back to us if you don't want this bill by. Like it happens all the time.
Well, I mean, okay, so we're like, I guess short on time now, but let me ask you like the last question is that, so you like or like think so differently about like what media is and like people are and like this, I would assume most people don't share the same opinion you do, or like, you're constantly having to battle to have your opinions be vilified. Like, how do you live like that? Or what's your motivation
I mean,
to keep doing it?
I think that I don't force it in people's faces anymore, so I don't think they force it back. And I kind of, I like to insert it in conversation and satire, because as soon as you start slamming people with stuff and saying you're wrong and you're stupid, that's when you're more likely to get the response. But people have a laugh at what I have to think, but I think that I can say some things that'll make them go, oh. You know what I mean? And
So
because I know
you're fine to live like you don't.
bro, absolutely. I love because if you're fine to get laughed at, then you're being an example of being able to be wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm an open thinker and I'm able to be wrong. If people can laugh at me, that's fine. We should all be able to laugh at ourselves every fucking day of the week. Because if you can't, because if you can't, bro, and people and people point some shit at you, you're weak. You're fucking fragile. You can't even laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
So if someone roasts you, you're like, oh, and you
You'll
start to
fall
question
apart.
your
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Someone
yeah,
roasts you and you start to question your life.
exactly, bro. Like, fuck,
Fuck, maybe I am stupid. Shit.
yeah, bro. I mean, like, come on, have a laugh at the world, even with all of this shit. Like, have a laugh at it, Like, yes, a lot of people might have their minds closed, but life is fucking funny. there's funny shit to be said everywhere,
that's a
bro.
funny way of putting that.
It's funny,
It's
like
true.
laugh at
Life is
yourself,
funny.
embrace being wrong.
Life is
It's all
funny.
good. You
Damn.
don't have to be right all the time. Fuck.
No,
we might do this podcast in 10 years, and I might come on and say everything I said was absolutely wrong.
Remember that episode?
NASA is
I'm
a
sorry.
legitimate organization.
I'm sorry, NASA. You guys did land on the moon.
You guys definitely landed on the moon with that tinfoil ass motherfucking piece of shit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson,
might
I'm
be
sorry
wrong.
for roasting
You know what
brother.
you're talking about, even though you can't explain gravity. That's fine.
Neil,
it's all
you're
good.
you're more than an actor, Neil. I'm sorry. You might as well be an astronaut at this point.
You did well on The Office, brother. Fucking
God.
killed it. But I know before we run out of time, I need to just pose a few things to people who watch this in terms of flat Earth.
Hit me with it.
Think about the stars. We have the same constellations for thousands of years.
Yeah.
We've created the same constellations.
Yeah.
So the Earth is spinning like this as we go around the sun, and our solar system is also going through the galaxy. Bro, the numbers they give you for that shit, you go like this, and you're hurtling through the galaxy like faster than you even can comprehend. But yet the constellations appear at the same time throughout. I don't know if it's every year cycle or every few year cycle, but they're there in the exact same spot.
Right,
Just
right.
like the navigators use the stars to navigate.
Right.
How the fuck would you use the stars to navigate if we're constantly going like this through the galaxy? And if you have a camera, go point your camera to Polaris. Polaris is the brightest star in the sky. It's
Yes.
the closest. Everything will spin around Polaris in time lapse, essentially, showing if we were to be in time lapse and we were meant to be hurtling through the galaxy, and there's a one still object, that has to mean either that the stars are connected with us, which is not what they're saying either, so that's some bullshit, or we're not moving through the galaxy and we're in a very fixed point.
Damn.
Interesting.
Those are
interesting.
Those are some of the
if I was to give like the stars,
Yeah.
that's probably the number one thing I give to people who are probably not like open to it.
Yeah.
That's the question I
All right,
pose.
all right. And then inversely, what is the most convincing argument that the Earth is round to you? Like, have you ever been like,
You know what? I honestly I hear stuff about. Whenever I hear facts of why the Earth is round,
Yeah.
it's always the most complicated shit.
yeah,
It's like, nah, when you look on this certain bay and then you look up
Then
and it
it becomes
reflects
a-
down.
Yeah, or like the
it's-
horizon is like it curves over or something like that. Yeah,
That's Laura's perspective. But there's this machine in Paris, France that is basically the thing that is
I forgot what it's called. I know
yeah,
what you're
it's
talking
like
about.
this is the one machine that proves that there's Earth.
Hadron
But
Collider?
Yeah,
The Hadron Collider,
Yeah.
right?
that's the one,
Is that
right?
the one you're talking about?
no,
That's in Germany. I
No,
think.
this was created like this was created quite a long time ago. It's just it just
The
basically
Eiffel Tower.
measures. It
Leaning
measures-
Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, fuck. What is it?
It's Earth is
Oh yeah,
round
because they're on that axis. But if you look into the facts of why
my
that
God.
proves that we're in a heliocentric thing, it's always really complicated. But if you watch Eric Dubé, this is actually probably the best video you can watch. 200 truths about 200 reasons why the Earth is flat by Eric Dubé. That shit. And then you got to watch the dinosaur one because that'll fuck you up.
Land before time.
The dinosaurs are not. That one will fuck you up because we all love dinosaurs when we were little. But
Oh yeah, they're fire.
the thing that actually
And they were on
that
fire.
makes me think that my brother said to me, and this is gonna go against what I've said, like is that my flat Earth was randomly like such a big topic.
Yeah.
And it was actually getting like suggested to my brother on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it was getting suggested, like flat Earth videos were getting suggested to people on YouTube. And that's actually a big reason why my older brother, he believes in like he's very knowledgeable and he's a lot to talk about, but he doesn't fuck with flat Earth at all. And that's his basis was mostly, sorry Rafa, that's not the biggest thing, but I'm pretty sure he was saying that the fact that a major tech company was allowing that to happen, allowing flat Earth videos to be suggested to him, showed him that maybe it wasn't information that was so secretive.
Maybe it was a double bluff, though.
No, that's actually what I think. I
What
love
if
you,
it's the
Rafa,
what
but
if
I
it's the
agree to disagree.
Predictive programming.
No,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But also, I think they really wanted to push flat Earth because, like, even Barack Obama said in his speech, he's like, we don't have time for the flat Earth community. Flat Earth Society is a shill covering organization. Flat Earth Society is all a bunch of pricks. You don't have no idea what you're talking about. They're paid opposition. You know, there's paid opposition in the world. Yeah, so there was that, and also apparently my friend's dad. But I've also heard from another pilot that said the opposite. He could have sworn that he saw curvature, but I've actually heard from another pilot that they haven't. So that's the only two things for me that have been the most plausible.
He's a pilot and he's like, man, this shit's flat.
He can't see the curvatures.
He has seen the curvature. He was like,
okay.
he's like, I swear I've seen it. But I've also heard.
I would assume most pilots are like, yeah.
I've
just
also
around, obviously.
Yeah. Well, they had to have, but also a lot of the planes, the fucking windows are like have you seen those? Yeah. Have you seen a lot of those videos, like the Red Bull one where he goes up, where he did the jump?
Yeah, I've seen
Did
it.
the jump?
Did
Yeah,
a
they're always
skydive
with GoPro, like fish. They're always with fisheye lens.
Yeah.
But you look at the Earth and it's way too small because fisheye lens is like completely taking it out of proportion. But when they go the wrong way, then the fucking Earth goes like concave.
Yeah.
Yeah, concave. Yeah,
Goes concave. So it's like, but yeah.
Interesting.
So there is some things that have made me think. And I'm not 100%. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, look at those things.
Wow.
They will challenge your perspective.
some
Be
somewhat valid
open-minded.
arguments.
Be able to be wrong and laugh at yourself every day, guys. I'm an inspirational talker. Just
Jesus.
You heard
That
it
was
here
Josh's
first.
TED talk, bro. Right
Yeah,
there,
thank
dude.
you for coming
Bup,
to
bup, bup.
Josh's TED Talk. That was that blew my mind, really.
Yeah.
So
is
like
blown.
usually when we end, we do a quick would you rather. But before we do, I'm gonna do the what you've learned today. We'll all say something like one thing we've learned.
I've learned that, man, I need to question my views and thoughts a lot more because there's a lot of information out there that I didn't know existed. That whole contagion thing.
Yeah,
I think
man.
That was
Okay,
very
holy.
mind blowing.
Honestly, text me straight after you watch that shit. Tell me you're not freaked the fuck out.
I'll text you, bro. I'll text you right after. Yeah.
I think I've learned that it's good. Well, I've always known this, but it's good to challenge
Yes. Yeah,
your
yeah,
opinions, and
100.
Even if you may not agree with them, it's good to maybe keep them in the back of your head. Maybe it'll come in handy later.
Absolutely, man.
And if you're wrong, you're wrong. But it's
And it's fine to be wrong.
I think the only
Failure is
People
a
are-
huge reason for a lot of people's success, man.
I always tell people there is no such thing as failure as a concept unless it is a stepping stone towards success.
Yeah.
That is
Bam, that was a quote right there, bro. You
Yeah.
need to write that shit down.
People are
Yeah.
afraid to fail nowadays.
so.
Yeah.
What did you learn anything at all? Like, because I know you were
learned-
spitting. but
Yeah, you're straight.
I was just trying
But,
to. Yeah, I was trying to just.
Maybe not learning because fucking I was talking most of the time, but
Yeah.
I did ponder the concept of brushing my ass or wiping my teeth. And it did make me think.
Icebreaker, bro.
concept.
God damn.
Whoever that was,
Thank you, guys.
you have a
Appreciate
very
that.
interesting mind, and
Lovely.
hopefully you'll put more in, and these guys will read it out.
Quick, would you rather?
Yeah, shotgun not first.
Okay.
I always get the short end of the stick, bro.
Okay. Damn.
Damn, how do you think of this shit on the spot? Hey, being on the spot is the hardest.
That's
one.
always
That's what we do, bro.
His issue is
Yeah, my issue is that. This is why I don't want to go first.
would you rather live on a like the earth and you were the only one who knew the absolute truth about the earth and everyone else was like no, but you had the answers and you had to convince them, or would you be the only person who like didn't have the answers or thought that you were right and everyone else was like
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. It's
trying
like
to convince you?
Like ignorance is bliss, or
yeah
it's like,
you were
oh,
ignorant to the
yeah.
situation.
Wow.
When you were first saying that, and I kind of knew where it was going, I was like, bro, that's easy, the first one. But really, ignorance is actually,
It's pretty nice to not fucking care about anything.
yeah, I know. I mean, like, as soon as you start caring about a lot of shit, you start, like, yes, it's nice to know, but then you start overthinking it.
Yeah, but imagine
It's-
being the
you'd be
only
like the
one
crazy,
who knows,
like,
bro. You'd be insane.
me. Yeah,
Oh my God, thank God.
As opposed to, like,
people would think
I
you're
don't
fucking
care.
crazy.
That'll be your
That's
life
a really
partner.
good would you rather. I feel like you've got a bank of these because this was really well.
Nah, I
thought
made
out.
this shit
Nah,
up.
this guy is
That was insane.
I'm taking Bliss, bro.
I'll take Bliss, man.
I'm sorry. I
I don't know if I could be the
cowards-
only
You know what?
guy.
I
You
know
know
that's
what?
the coward's way,
Because you
but-
guys are taking Bliss, I'm gonna be the crazy tinfoil hat motherfucker.
all right.
I'm gonna try and convince people because, to be honest, it's not that much different for what I do.
Yeah.
yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
You wanna go?
All right. Would you rather go to the deepest depths of the ocean or fly off into space in that tinfoil? NASA?
Are you joking?
Yo, I'm flying into
wait.
space.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
going into space though, because
I
I
do not
don't
want
do
that
well
ocean,
with
bro.
Wait,
submerging.
Are you saying that if we go into the deepest depths that we have the equipment to bear it, or like basically this is your ultimatum?
Yeah, that's what I was. Like, let's hypothetically say you can survive. Like we have the technology to withstand the pressure of like going that deep. Obviously, you have to take your time to come back up. But like, yeah, either going all the way to the depths of the ocean or flying off into space in that tinfoil rocket, Apollo.
Rocket Man.
I'll
Is,
take a rocket, bro.
You're telling us that you can withstand it, but how the fuck are you meant to withstand it when you're going into space with that tinfoil piece of shit, bro? How the fuck are you
I'll
going
take a
back?
burning blaze of glory death over being crushed by the ocean, bro.
Yeah. See, yeah. I mean,
I don't want that octopus.
I mean,
to crush me.
can you
Crush
see
that
in the
submarine.
ocean?
Octopussy,
Shit.
bro.
Yeah, octopus.
All right then.
Yeah, and space. I mean, I'd love to obviously
The final frontier.
finally know about some of the bullshit that I've been spitting.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'd have to go with the tinfoil
Okay.
piece of shit.
All right, let's sir.
And now you have to do
wanna
it. You gotta hit
one
us
of
with
us
one.
Shit.
It could be anything, but we
Yeah,
try
it could be
to
anything.
we try to relate
Shit.
back to the topic, but you really don't have to. Like,
This is I know where I'm going with it, but I've got it. Hold on.
at least it's not as
Okay.
bad as my.
Would you rather be able to fly or teleport?
Teleport. It's just easier, man. I just
You
do
can
the-
fly.
Yeah.
You can fly as fast as Goku though.
Nah, teleport.
Yeah, I teleport. I'll just teleport
I do
into
this
the
and I'm
air.
in France.
Yeah,
I'm looking at that.
You ever
thing
watch
were telling
Jumper?
me
You
about.
ever watch Jumper?
Oh
movie?
yeah. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen like the
That's
second
me.
half.
That's me right there, Jumper, bro.
But,
I've
but
never seen it.
fucking
you never
fly.
seen Jumper?
Nah.
Samuel L. Jackson, man. It's good shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that movie's hectic. Eh?
Good movie, bro.
One
But
of the few
flying-
times you're like, what?
You sounded like Samuel L. Jackson just then,
I
bro.
say that because this guy knows
Samuel L.
like
motherfucking Jackson.
this guy knows all the movies. So the one time
I
where
haven't
I've
seen
seen a
Jumper.
movie
Oh,
and
dog.
he hasn't, I'm like, oh, I'm gassed up. I'm charged.
Yo,
bro.
yo, I know this and you don't.
But literally
Shit.
multiple episodes, I'm just sitting here like, yeah, hard. That movie's me.
Nah.
No, I'll take teleportation. Man.
Yeah, I'd say
I
teleport.
feel like
flying would be fun.
I
though,
feel like
but-
flying would be like a
Liberating.
feeling.
Yeah.
A feeling like where it wouldn't be able to be even described once you do it. Eh?
Mm-mm.
I just like the convenience of like, oh, you want something from Germany?
Swing, swing. Yeah.
They didn't have that.
If I get arrested, I'm out of there straight away, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Eh? You
Can't
could do
fly
some
in a
pretty
cell, bro.
epic shit.
He can fly. Put him in chains. No.
True. Fuck,
Yeah,
okay,
'cause-
I'm convinced.
Even if
Got
they
me.
put-
Fuck, fine.
They'll put me in the cell and
Teleportation.
stuff. I'll be like, yeah, you're giving me 18 million euros? All right.
I'll spend it wherever the fuck I want.
I guess you could actually teleport fly. You could be like, "Choo."
Yeah, you keep teleporting up, and you're technically just Buzz Lightyear at that point. You're falling.
That
how
would be-
funny is
yeah.
it that we instantly did instant
Transmission.
yeah.
Oh, that's the only one, man.
That's the
Sorry,
only one,
that's
man.
our fucking childhood, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm not teleporting unless I do this.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z was space propaganda as well, guys. Predictive programming.
Bulma, bro, is part of the conspiracy.
That is
Capsule Corp is actually the people who are ruling you with the banking system.
with that, I think this is the perfect way to end that episode.
That was great.
Thank you so much.
My
for
absolute
being-
pleasure, man. Was so sick.
This is
so cool to
amazing.
be here.
That was fun.
amazing episode. To everyone at Bad Vice, start questioning stuff. And if you find yourself on a flat piece of earth, just think of Josh. All right.
Think
Look at me.
man.
Take care. Bye bye.
Peace.